little bit more where that came from. But I tell you, one thing we need, Dr. Navarro, as she joins me here in the lab for talking wintry weather, we need some cold, we need some moisture, and then we need them to meet up. Will that happen for Christmas? I think we have a good chance for some areas to see that.
I think a lot of people might be excited with the forecast that's coming, especially in the Northeast for Christmas Day, because if you look at the outlook for next week, we've got cold air coming down from the Arctic, so things certainly look good for at least one of those ingredients. So what's going on with that? We're going to have this big dip in the jet stream that's moving in, and the models have been very inconsistent with this upper level pattern the last couple of days, so it's actually been quite tough to get this forecast, but I think it's the element of surprise that, really is leading into it. But looking now as we head into Monday and Tuesday, we've got a narrow region here of very cold air coming right down from the Arctic, which is certainly going to set the stage here for the potential for some snowfall. So if we look at the temperatures here, Christmas Eve, so now this is Sunday night, we're sitting pretty in Chicago at 28 degrees, so certainly cold enough to get some accumulating snow. Bismarck looks quite low as well, but things pretty decent here along portions of the south. But Christmas Day, check out some of these temperatures. Big changes here to come. Now we're looking into the upper 30s here down in South Carolina and Charlotte, Bismarck, and a lot of places up north. It may be struggling here to get to zero.
Wind chill. That's the actual temperature.
Yes. So you add in the winds. Forget it. But things certainly look like they're going to be quite cold for many of us across the continental U.S. So if we look at our potential for that white Christmas, a lot of areas here in blue showing you it's certainly possible down getting into the central part of the U.S. Definitely likely here up into the northern plains and areas of the Midwest and the Northwest as well. We've been seeing a lot of activity as far as the winter comes. But let's get to the Northeast because the models are setting up for a pretty interesting setup here for the weekend. Here's this winter storm Dylan moving out by Sunday here, so this is the end of the week. Now if we look down to the very tail end of that storm, we could be seeing a wave here developing, a low pressure which may turn into a coastal storm for Sunday night into Monday. So perfect timing for your Christmas forecast. Here's Christmas morning, and snow potentially spreading down into the Appalachians, into interior New England. Depending on just how much that cold air comes in and how that sets up, that boundary can change, in that time frame. So we could be seeing it maybe coming into the I-95 corridor. We're going to have to see how the models play out here over the next couple of days.
Yeah, absolutely. That thing races up towards the north and the east, and then behind that, in the wake of that, some snows right around the lakes.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, thanks, Dr. Navarro. Lots more to track here for us on Weather Certain Alive. Coming up next, Liana Brackett. I believe Chris Warren is in the building. They're going to be tracking a winter storm Dylan, as well as that threat for more rain showers and storms.